I picked up 772 cigarette butts, and that's just in our parking lot. I mean, it is a little frustrating that we're still having to pick up after grown-ups.
Carla Klein, who started Flagler Beach All-Stars, a monthly beach cleanup, says cigarette butts are a huge problem on the beach. Flagler Beach City Commissioner Ken Bryan says improperly discarded cigarette butts are harmful to the environment.
And you see people flicking them out of the car, you see them flicking them in the water, and what's happening is that we've done some research and we can actually show where the cigarette butts are getting ingested by the animals, like the birds and the fish, and it actually contaminates those individual animals. And sometimes it's killing them, and it's also going into the food chain of the fish, which is in turn coming back into us.
Bryan helped secure grant funding to purchase 75 cigarette receptacles, and Klein says too often they're ignored.
Sometimes the litter you find, you know that somebody forgot something or it blew out, but a cigarette butt is somebody that took something, one, that they know is harmful to their body. They pull up to the ocean to look at something beautiful, and then they take something that they no longer want, that is gross, and they throw it on the freaking ground. It would be one thing if there wasn't a garbage can, but there are garbage cans everywhere in our parking area, and we have these little receptacles that you put the cigarette butt in. They are all over our dune walk, and they recycle them into garbage. So I will literally find like 10 cigarette butts laying on the ground within arm's reach of the recycle bin and the garbage can.
Hear the full interview with Klein on the Lifeline podcast, available on the Flagler radio app. Lifeline airs every Saturday morning at 9 right here on WNZF. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Units from the Palm Coast Fire Department and Flagler County Fire Rescue were dispatched to a fire in the W section. The first arriving units found heavy fire in the garage, flames burning through the roof with heavy smoke. Everyone inside evacuated the home safely, but unfortunately one of their pets was lost in the fire. The home was a complete loss with significant fire damage. The Red Cross was notified for the family. No word yet on what caused the fire.
Fishing piers at 2 Flagler County parks have been shuttered for repairs. Moody Boat Launch and Bing's Landing are affected. Mike Lagasse, Public Lands and Natural Resource Manager for Flagler County, says there are 4 piers at Bing's Landing.
The northern and southern are not being worked on, but the 2 central ones are. So the one that's right by the boat trailer parking and the one that's directly out from the barbecue restaurant are getting worked on, I think, at separate times over the next month. So a week or 2 closure for each one. There will only be 1 dock closed at a time, so there will always be 3 docks available at Bing's Landing, even while the construction is going on.
The fishing pier at Moody Boat Launch will take at least a month to repair, but there's no timeline for when it will reopen. The repairs to piers at Bing's Landing are being paid for through grant money from the Florida Inland Navigation District, which manages and maintains the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Flagler Schools board member and County Commission District 2 candidate Janet McDonald discusses the school walkout last March and her qualifications to be a commissioner.
McDonald says walkout organizer Jack Pedos misunderstood the so-called Don't Say Gay bill, which led to the demonstration.
I felt that the counseling he got at the school was misdirected to act out in a way that violated school policy. We had a no walkout policy. We had a no sit-in policy. And it took kids who did not even know what the walkout was about out of school for 30 to 40 minutes.
McDonald says walkouts aren't what schools are about.
Our schools are about informing and educating our kids the best they can be so they can have better choices and be better informed. And when we undermine that opportunity and take instructional time away from students who didn't even know why they were there, I felt that it undermined not only the mission of the schools, but it violated policies.
McDonald says it's her school board experience that motivated her to run for commissioner.
Our school initiatives have been thwarted by our county commission, and our halfpenny sales referendum was stymied, as well as our interlocal agreement. I'm hoping to serve from the lens of the value of the school system.
This week's Candidates Forum on Thursday is at 7 p.m. at the Palm Coast Community Center and can be heard live on WNZF. Plus, it will be podcasted on the Flagler radio app. The forum is co-hosted by the Palm Coast Observer and features candidates running for the Flagler County School Board. Last week's Candidates Forum is available on the Flagler radio app. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
The Junior Chamber Green Team is working hard to keep Palm Coast clean.
Waste Pro and the Junior Chamber of Commerce partnered on a community cleanup at Flagler Palm Coast High School and SR 100. Approximately 20 volunteers separated into two teams cleaned the right-of-way and sidewalks along SR 100 from Wawa to Belterre Boulevard and along Bulldog Drive next to FPC. Greg Blase, president and CEO of the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber of Commerce, says Junior Chamber student leader Jasmine Coach led the effort.
Jasmine walks to FPC along SR 100 every day, and so on her walk to school, she sees lots of trash, lots of debris, broken glass. So Jasmine really wanted to take an initiative to clean up the community, especially the area in front of her own high school.
The Junior Chamber is a 501c3 nonprofit charity organization designed to help business leaders directly support local students in our high schools. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What exactly is Internet technology, or IT?
Matt Rivera, Flagler County's IT director, said on a recent episode of the Flagler Voice that IT is not just the help desk.
Help desk is a big part of IT. That's kind of the most forward-facing, customer-facing part of IT.
Rivera said that's where users either love or hate IT, depending on how well their computer and their other stuff is working. He said that real IT is working behind the scenes to make sure that you are safe in Flagler County.
We encompass what's called GIS, which is Geospatial Information Systems. They're developing a lot of the capabilities for like our first responders to be able to locate emergency 911 systems. You need to know where these addresses are.
Rivera said that IT also helps with pre- and post-disaster, taking pictures and such. You can listen to the Flagler Voice on Saturday mornings on WNZF. It's on at 8:30 in the morning, or it's on anytime on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, keeping IT systems safe. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.